I'm Jeremy, this is Chelsea, and today we are going to demonstrate modeling and verbal instructions, practice variability, and whole and part practice, all with throwing a football. So the first thing that we're going to go over is modeling and demonstration. I'm going to let the learner, Chelsea, go ahead and demonstrate what she thinks would be a football throw. So go ahead and Okay, so we saw that she doesn't have correct foot placement and upper body movement, but we are now going to demonstrate how to do it without even saying anything. So that's going to be the first thing that she's going to see, is she's going to see a visual instruction. So I just showed her how to do it. Now I'm going to let her do it based off what she just saw without me telling her what to do. So that was pretty good. Now I'm going to tell her what to do through verbal cues. So, when you go through this, you want to think, find the laces, get away from the defenders, plant your feet, and throw through the target. So do that all in one motion now.
Okay. Find the laces, back up, plant, throw through.
So that is a mix of modeling and demonstration and also verbal cues at the same time. So again, to clarify, Chelsea prefers external cues instead of internal cues for these football movements. If she thought internal, it would actually kind of confuse her and think more towards a dexterity perspective and tell her body parts what to do instead of what to do in general as a general movement. So we're gonna go through all this again, external, and then I'll tell her internal cues to kind of see the difference and see what she prefers. So let's go ahead and do it. So, find the laces. Drop back, away from the defenders. Set your feet, throw through the target. Okay, come on back. Okay, so now I'm gonna do internal. So find the laces with your fingers, specifically on the back end of the ball. Move away from the defenders, 3 steps back on the balls of your toes. Set your feet in a powerful position as you raise your arm up in a 90-degree angle. And throw pointing your finger to the target, flicking your finger off of the ball.
Wow.
So which one was harder?
Definitely the second one.
Why?
It's more to think about, but also I really felt like I was focusing so much on what I'm doing versus what I'm trying to accomplish, like the actual goal.
Okay.
And I could see that the second throw was worse. I don't know, I thought.
Yeah, you kind of yanked it, and you were.
Kind of wobbled.
If you looked at her face too, she was trying to think the whole time of what she was actually doing instead of just doing the movement. One thing I learned from sports was if I thought about it, I had a terrible result. All I had to do was just do the motion and rely off my training and practice for making me good and making me good at these skills that I can just do on a natural basis. So trying to make these skills more natural as opposed to more robotic. Okay, so now we're gonna go over variability of practice here. The first water bottle marked off, as you can see right here, is 5 meters, where Chelsea is standing is 7.5, and there's another water bottle back here that's marked off as 10 meters. So we are gonna throw her into variable and random practice right now. She's gonna throw 2 from each, but I'm gonna tell her which one to throw from. It's gonna be at random, under my discretion, but it's also gonna throw some disruption or added component to the practice that might actually lead to a higher skill retention over time, which is contextual interference. So we're gonna start off. I'm gonna tell her to throw 1 from each section. Well, we'll do each one twice. So we'll see it as this. Okay, 5 meters. 10 meters. 5 meters. 7.5. 7.5. 10 meters. Awesome. So Chelsea, what did you think the hardest part of that was?
I think probably moving around made me have to remember thinking about the verbal cues and the steps that go into it, and then also, I don't know, it helped having the differences focus more about what I'm doing and remember.
So you think that that's going to make you better at the skill over time?
Yeah, I would think so.
Awesome, thank you. So this last part is going to be whole and part practice. When throwing a football, we believe that the complexity of it is like medium, because there's a lot of moving parts. The lower body has to get set first, but the organization is high, because if the feet have not moved back yet and become set, the transfer of energy to the upper body will be subpar at best. You need to set your feet first in order to throw. You can't move your arm first, then feet. It actually matters. So the organization is high. So to do this, we're going to choose segmentation of part practice to explain each step. So there are 4 exact movements that we want her to do. We want her to move her feet, we want her to set the base, raise the arm, and throw through the target. Now we're going to go through this in each part. So I'll call out what she needs to do for each one. So the first thing you're going to do is drop back. So move back, get away from the defenders. Come on back. And of course, this is after she found the laces. So once you've already found the laces, go ahead and move back again. Now set your base to throw. Come back to the start. Now you're going to find the laces, move back, set the base, raise the arm. Go back to the start. Now you're going to find the laces, move the feet, set the base, raise the arm, and throw it. There we go. So that was part practice. Now we're gonna just run through it in a whole style of practice. So now she's just gonna do all of that in one fluid motion for repetition to dial in her skill. Go. Last one. Nice. See, once she set her feet and threw it all in one motion, she started to get it down pretty quick. Foot movement improved a lot. She was throwing spirals and throwing really good. This concludes our teaching of all 4 of these important motor learning sections.
Yeah.
How do you feel about all this? Feel like you learned a skill?
I actually definitely feel like I improved, for sure.
Cool. So what was your favorite and most successful part of all of this?
I liked the verbal cues. I feel like they really helped, especially since you're not familiar at first. You remember all the important parts of it. And I actually enjoyed the segmented, since I know I could have worked on my footwork more. So I feel like that kind of helped in that particular part, and then bringing it together.
So bringing it all together in the end. All right. Thank you for watching.